My name is Yazdan. I'm in the business economics program, going for my bachelor's in business administration.
Hi guys, do you know what a macro function is in Excel? So a macro function is basically like a super function, and it can be very helpful when working with very large amounts of data and you want to do repetitive tasks over and over to shift through or run through or modify a certain amount of data over and over in the same way, over and over again. So today I'm going to show you how to do that with Excel in a few easy steps.
Alright guys, so we have our worksheet. We're going to select the spreadsheet we want to work on, and our macro function is going to be on the developer tab. If you don't have it, it's because it's disabled. Go on File and Options, and then click on Customize Ribbon, and you can enable or disable your developer tab. Mine was enabled, so I just exit out. Now we're going to select record macro. We're not using relative references, we're using absolute references. We're going to give our macro a name. In this case we can do copy down, because we're going to move our table down from the first matrix to the second. And we're going to select the shortcut key, Control-Shift-C. You can select anything you like. Now everything you're doing in the macro is being recorded, so be very careful. We select our table, click Control-C, come down, Control-V, stop record. So every time we do this matrix macro, it's going to do this function. It's going to copy that table from those cells down to cells C13 to H19. Now we're going to run our second macro. So click record macro again. This time we're going to do a macro that shifts each cell in the second matrix to the right one within the matrix. So name your macro, put another shortcut key, whatever you choose. Boom. Now it's recording what we do. So we're going to select our first column, Control-C for copy. Now instead of Control-V, we're going to right click and we're going to put insert copied cells and then shift cells to the right. Well, and then each cell at the end of the row, we're going to move down one to the beginning of the bottom, the next row to the bottom of it. Now it's important we do insert copied cells, because what that's going to do is instead of replacing the cells, it's just going to move them over one column. And of course the last cell in the matrix, we're going to move up to the left of the first row. That's it. Now we can stop recording our macro. It's important to stop, otherwise it's going to keep recording what you do. And there we go. Run the macro 3 times. Every time you run the macro, it's going to move them down 1. And like, let's say the last one in the matrix, which is 9, will move to the first cell in the matrix. Each time, 1 cell. And in case you mess up your macro, which can possibly happen, you can just click on macros and you see all the macros you have, and you can delete them if you want to remake one, or if you have one that's got messed up or whatnot. So quick recap guys, we have our record macro function, which records everything we do, every keystroke, every click, everything until the moment that you hit stop recording. Then we have our macro list, where we can see all our macros and delete one if we need to redo one, start over. All our macro functions and the menu is within the developer tab, which is accessible from File, Options, Customize Ribbon. And every time we hit our shortcut key, it's going to run our macro 1 time.